What brought you back? What brought you back to be inspired to do more art, even if it's not animation? What brought you back towards your passion?
Well, after I had always kind of drawn and I would write stuff, and and I would often think about like, oh man, yeah. I think mostly playing a lot of video games, I would kind of go like, why did they do that? Like why would you make it this way? Or like, why did they make that decision? Or this is really weird. So I'm hypercritical, right? And of my work and of other people's work. And I think I'd play a lot of games, and there was this point where I knew whatever I was going to do after college, I wanted it to be in something creative, and that's why I kind of went into the TV thing. Like, oh, maybe I can be a writer and maybe I can help shoot stuff, and who knows where it'll go. I didn't fully know, but I knew I wanted to be in games. I would always look at, job sites of big companies, but I never had any experience that would lend myself to getting a job anywhere. I didn't know how to code. I didn't know what scripting was at the time. I didn't know what scripting languages you would even need to do to be able to do that. I knew that my art was not as good as somebody else's was per se, and I didn't know how to improve it. Like, there was just a lot of stuff that wasn't there. But eventually I interned at a record label for a while, and after that, somebody had reached out to me from Disney Interactive Studios because they were looking for a production assistant. And they said, oh, well, you have intern experience at G4. You have intern experience at Vagrant Records, which is where I was at for a little bit.
Yeah.
So you could probably do production stuff, and you'd like video games. Why don't you come in?
This is what someone else said to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they were like, why don't you come in for an interview? And I was like, of course. As an animation fiend, and as somebody who loved video games, I thought, oh man, this is awesome. And at the time, it was either that or I was interviewing for a job to work as a web content editor for The Offspring, the band. So I was kind of interviewing for both of those things at the same time.
Yeah.